How often do we pause to reflect on the profound impact media has on our daily lives? It's a question that may not cross our minds as we scroll through social feeds, skim through the morning paper, or tune into the evening news. Yet, like the air we breathe, media is omnipresent, subtly shaping our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors. Media, in its various forms, has woven itself into the fabric of our everyday existence. Let's take a moment to consider the different types of media we encounter. There's social media, a digital platform that allows us to share, connect, and communicate with people from all corners of the globe. It's a space where we can express our thoughts, showcase our talents, and even rally for causes close to our hearts. Then there's print media, the old stalwart, delivering news and views through newspapers, magazines, and books. Despite the digital revolution, print continues to hold a certain charm, offering tactile pleasure and a sense of permanence that digital platforms often lack. We also have television, a powerful medium that brings stories and issues to life right before our eyes. It's a window to the world, delivering visuals and narratives that can stir emotions, spark debates, and inspire change. And let's not forget about the various other forms of media like radio, billboards, podcasts, and even video games. Each has its unique way of engaging us and influencing our perceptions of the world around us. In essence, media is a double-edged sword. It can enlighten and empower, but it can also distort and manipulate. It can bring us closer, yet it can also drive wedges between us. It can provide a platform for truth, but it can also be a breeding ground for misinformation. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll explore the positive and negative effects of media on individual and group behavior. We'll look at how it's reshaping social connections, triggering social comparisons, fostering addictive behaviors, and revolutionizing access to information. As we dive deeper into this topic, ponder on this. Are we consuming media, or is media consuming us? Let's shift our gaze to the brighter side, the positive impacts of media. Imagine life without media. It's akin to a river without water. In the vast ocean of information, media serves as the lighthouse, guiding us towards knowledge and understanding. It's an educator, a source of information that makes the world accessible right from our living rooms. The media's role as an educator is not confined to classrooms or lecture halls. For instance, consider a documentary on climate change aired on a popular network. It has the potential to educate millions around the globe about the imminent threat facing our planet, stirring them to take action. Or think about a health awareness campaign on social media platforms. It can disseminate vital information about disease prevention and healthy living, potentially saving countless lives. But the magic of media doesn't stop there. Today, we live in a world where geographical boundaries are blurred thanks to global connectivity made possible by media. We're able to share ideas, stories, and experiences with people thousands of miles away, fostering a sense of global community. Let's take the example of the Ice Bucket Challenge that took the internet by storm a few years back. This viral sensation not only raised awareness about ALS, but also generated significant funds for research. It was a testament to the power of global connectivity, a positive media influence that united people around the world for a common cause. Media also plays a crucial role in social awareness. It brings to light social issues and injustices that might otherwise go unnoticed, mobilizing public opinion and driving societal change. Remember the Me Too movement? It was media platforms that amplified the voices of survivors, sparking a global conversation about sexual harassment and assault. Indeed, media can be a powerful tool for good, broadening our horizons and connecting us in ways we couldn't have imagined. So next time you flick on the TV, browse the internet, or scroll through your social media feed, take a moment to appreciate the positive influence of media in your life. However, like all powerful tools, media too has a dark side. Picture this. You're scrolling through your social media feed, and you come across a post that claims to reveal a groundbreaking health secret. You're intrigued, you share it, only to find out later that the information was completely false. This is the menace of misinformation, a dark facet of media that can have serious implications. It can lead to incorrect beliefs, fuel conspiracy theories, and even endanger lives in cases of health misinformation. Next, let's talk about social comparison. We've all been there, haven't we? Browsing through picture-perfect moments of others' lives, feeling a pang of envy, or a sense of inadequacy. This constant comparison can lead to decreased self-esteem and increased anxiety. It's a grim reminder that what we see on media is often a highlight reel, not the full story. Then, there's the issue of addictive behaviors. You've probably heard someone jokingly refer to themselves as a social media addict. But the reality is, media addiction is a serious concern. The dopamine hit from likes, shares, and comments can lead to a vicious cycle of dependence and withdrawal, impacting our mental health and daily productivity. And finally, we cannot ignore the elephant in the room: privacy concerns. In an age where our digital footprint is growing larger by the day, the threat to our privacy is real. Our personal data can be used for targeted advertising, political manipulation, or worse, identity theft. These potential pitfalls of media remind us that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Misinformation can distort reality, social comparison can tarnish self-image, addictive behaviors can disrupt our lives, and privacy concerns can leave us vulnerable. It's not about demonizing media, but about understanding its potential perils. It's about being vigilant, about questioning what we see, about limiting our usage, about safeguarding our privacy. A chilling reminder that unchecked, media's influence can be more harmful than beneficial. How exactly does media influence our behavior, you might wonder? Well, let's delve into that fascinating topic. There are several theories and studies that shed light on how media can shape our actions and attitudes. One of the key concepts is social conditioning, a process where we learn how to behave in various situations through exposure to different stimuli. Imagine you're scrolling through your social media feed and you consistently see images of your friends engaging in a particular activity, say hiking. Over time, you might feel a compulsion to take up hiking too. This is social conditioning at play, subtly nudging your behavior through repeated exposure. Another concept to consider is desensitization. This is where repeated exposure to certain media content, like violent video games or movies, can lead to a diminished emotional response. You might find yourself becoming less shocked or distressed by real-life violence. While this doesn't necessarily mean you'll become violent, it does highlight the profound effect media can have on our emotional responses. Then, we have the reinforcement theory, which suggests that media doesn't necessarily create new attitudes or behaviors, but strengthens existing ones. Say you believe in climate change and regularly consume media content that supports this belief. This can reinforce your conviction and perhaps even spur you to take action like recycling more or reducing your carbon footprint. But remember, media influence isn't always negative. It can also promote positive behavioral changes. For instance, campaigns promoting mental health awareness can help reduce stigma and encourage people to seek help. Or consider the global wave of cleaning up local communities inspired by social media challenges. So, whether it's shaping our preferences, dulling our sensitivities, or reinforcing our beliefs, media has a powerful hand in molding our behavior. And while it can lead to undesirable outcomes, it can equally spark positive changes, encouraging us to be better versions of ourselves. The power of media to shape our perceptions and behaviors is truly staggering. In this complex media landscape, how can we reap the benefits and mitigate the risks? Well, let's dive into that. To navigate this ever-evolving terrain, we need to develop strategies for responsible media consumption. First and foremost, we need to cultivate critical thinking. When we consume information, we must always question its source, its intention, and its truthfulness. Is this piece of news coming from a reputable source? What's the purpose behind it? Is it trying to inform, persuade, or simply entertain? And most importantly, is it factual or based on conjecture? By questioning everything, we can shield ourselves from misinformation and manipulation. Next, we must strive to improve our digital literacy. In the age of the internet, we're not just consumers, but also creators of media content. As such, understanding how digital platforms work and how information is shared online becomes crucial. We need to be aware of algorithms that might create echo chambers, or the spread of fake news that can lead to harmful behaviors. And lastly, diversify your sources. Don't rely on a single platform or outlet for all your information. Seek out different perspectives to get a more rounded view of the world. This is especially important in avoiding the trap of social comparison. Seeing only one type of content can skew our perception of reality, and lead us to compare ourselves unfairly with others. So, whether it's about keeping up with global events, learning new skills, or just staying connected with friends, we should always remember the importance of being discerning consumers. We must be mindful of the potential pitfalls, like addictive behaviours or the spread of misinformation. In conclusion, navigating the media landscape is like sailing through a vast ocean. There are treasures to be found, but also storms to weather. It requires not only a compass, but also the skills to use it. Remember, we have the power to control our media consumption. Let's use it wisely. The media can be a powerful tool, but only if we wield it with care.